Everyone blamed Shen Yue, until this detail about Dylan Wang changed the story. One detail changed the entire conversation. For fans who have followed Shen Yue and Dylan Wang since Meteor Garden, their names still carry a unique history. Years after the drama became a major hit, viewers continue to notice whenever the two are mentioned together. But this time, the attention took an unexpected turn. Shen Yue was being blamed. Fans were questioning her actions. Some believed she was responsible for what had happened, while others quickly began forming opinions based on the information circulating online. Then something happened. A detail involving Dylan Wang entered the conversation. And suddenly, the story didn't look nearly as simple. Wait until you hear why that detail mattered. Because this wasn't just another celebrity rumor. It exposed a bigger problem with the way viral stories can spread before people know the full context. Shen Yue is no stranger to intense public attention. As her career has grown, so has the amount of scrutiny surrounding her. A single expression, a short interaction, or even an unexpected mention of another celebrity can become a major topic among fans. And when Dylan Wang is involved, the reaction can become even bigger. Why? Because their connection goes all the way back to Meteor Garden, the drama that introduced them to millions of viewers around the world. Their on-screen chemistry created a huge fan following, and even years later, many viewers still remember the characters they played and the moments they shared on screen. But here's where things get complicated. Fans sometimes carry those fictional memories into real-life discussions. A simple interaction can suddenly feel meaningful. A photograph can become evidence. A short video can trigger hundreds of theories. And before anyone knows what actually happened, a conclusion has already been formed. That's apparently what happened here. When the latest discussion started, attention quickly moved toward Shen Yue. Some fans questioned her behavior. Others interpreted the situation in a way that placed responsibility on her. But there was a major problem. The complete picture wasn't there yet. And that missing piece involved Dylan Wang. As additional details about Dylan Wang's circumstances entered the conversation, some fans started looking at the situation differently. Suddenly, the question wasn't simply, "What did Shen Yue do?" It became, "Wait, did we misunderstand what happened?" That's a very different question. And it matters. Dylan Wang has an extremely busy public career. Between acting projects, entertainment appearances, commercial activities, events, and other professional commitments, there are countless moments when he is photographed or discussed publicly. But here's something social media often forgets. A public moment is still only a moment. A photograph captures 1 second. A short clip captures a few seconds more. A social media post may provide even less context. Yet people can build an entire story around those fragments. Think about it. You see one picture. You don't know what happened 5 minutes before it. You don't know what happened afterward. You don't know what was said away from the cameras. But suddenly, thousands of people are discussing what they believe the picture proves. That's how speculation becomes a narrative. And once that narrative starts spreading, it can be extremely difficult to reverse. Shen Yue has experienced this level of scrutiny because millions of people follow her career closely. Fans pay attention to her roles, public appearances, friendships, expressions, and interactions. Something she may consider completely ordinary can become a major discussion online within hours. Now add Dylan Wang's name to the situation. The level of attention increases immediately. For some fans, their Meteor Garden history remains special. They remember the characters, the chemistry, and the emotional moments that made the drama memorable. Other fans simply support Shen Yue and Dylan Wang separately and prefer not to connect their professional lives. Both approaches are understandable. But there's one important fact that shouldn't be forgotten. They are individual actors with individual careers. Their shared history is real. Their professional achievements are real. But fan theories are not automatically facts. And this is where the latest controversy becomes a valuable lesson. When a rumor begins circulating, people naturally look for information that confirms what they already believe. If someone thinks Shen Yue did something wrong, they may interpret every new photo as proof. If someone already believes a particular theory about Dylan Wang, they may see every interaction as confirmation. That's called confirmation bias, and social media can make it incredibly powerful. But sometimes the original assumption is simply incorrect. And that's why the Dylan Wang detail became so important. Instead of strengthening the accusations against Shen Yue, it gave fans another possible explanation. The conversation began to shift. People who had initially criticized Shen Yue started asking questions. Was she really responsible? Had fans misunderstood the situation? Was the original information incomplete? And most importantly, did people rush to judgment before they knew enough? That last question may be the most important one. Because once a celebrity is blamed publicly, correcting the story doesn't always happen as quickly as spreading it. A rumor can travel in minutes. A correction can take days or sometimes never reach the same audience. That's the dangerous side of viral celebrity discussions. And Shen Yue's situation shows exactly why context matters. Over the years, she has developed from a young actress into a widely recognized figure in Chinese entertainment. With greater success comes greater visibility. And greater visibility brings more opinions. Some are supportive, some are critical, and some are based on information that may not be complete. But there's another distinction fans need to remember. On-screen chemistry is not the same thing as real-life evidence. A drama can create an unforgettable connection between two actors without telling us anything about their private lives. A friendly conversation doesn't automatically mean romance. A photograph doesn't automatically reveal a relationship. And a controversial moment doesn't automatically prove that someone is guilty. These may sound like obvious points, but when emotions are high, obvious things can be forgotten surprisingly quickly. That's why the new information surrounding Dylan Wang encouraged some fans to slow down. It didn't necessarily answer every question. It didn't magically reveal every private detail. But it showed that the situation deserved more thought before anyone placed all the blame on Shen Yue. And that distinction is important, because celebrities are real people, even when their lives are constantly displayed in public. They can make mistakes. They can misunderstand situations. They can have ordinary friendships. They can simply be caught in a moment that looks completely different when viewed without context. Fans can be curious. There's nothing wrong with that. But curiosity becomes a problem when it turns into certainty without evidence. And that's when a simple moment can become a controversy. Now here's the part that makes this story especially interesting. The biggest surprise wasn't simply that Shen Yue received criticism. It was how quickly the conversation changed when people began considering Dylan Wang's side of the situation. At first, the spotlight was almost entirely on Shen Yue. Then another detail appeared. Suddenly, fans were reconsidering everything. That's a powerful reminder of how modern celebrity news works. The first version of a story isn't always the final version. A viral post can spread thousands of times before someone asks the most basic question. Do we actually know what happened? By the time that question is asked, opinions may already be deeply divided. Some people may have defended Shen Yue from the beginning. Others may have criticized her. And many may simply be confused about what to believe. That's why separating confirmed information from speculation is so important. For fans of Shen Yue and Dylan Wang, perhaps the best approach is simple. Enjoy their work. Appreciate the memories they created on screen. Follow their careers. But don't turn every rumor into a fact. Their professional journeys have continued to evolve. Shen Yue has taken on new projects and explored different sides of her acting career. Dylan Wang has also continued building his own path in the entertainment industry. Their Meteor Garden history will always be an important part of their careers. But it doesn't have to determine every interaction they have today. And maybe that's the biggest takeaway from this entire situation. Sometimes the person receiving the most blame isn't necessarily the person responsible. Sometimes people simply don't have the complete story. Sometimes one missing detail can completely change the way a situation looks. So before blaming Shen Yue, there's one question every fan should ask. Do we really know the whole story? Because if the answer is no, maybe the best thing to do is pause. Wait, look for context. and think twice before turning speculation into judgment. The Dylan Wang detail may not answer every question, but it certainly reminded fans that there can be more than one side to a viral story. And for Shen Yue, it highlights the difficult reality of being a celebrity whose every public moment can be analyzed by millions. For Dylan Wang, it shows how even a small detail surrounding his public life can influence conversations far beyond himself. And for fans, there's an important lesson. Don't let the loudest version of a story automatically become the truth. Because sometimes the detail everyone overlooked at the beginning is the very detail that changes everything. So what do you think? Was Shen Yue judged too quickly? Did fans misunderstand the situation? Or do you think the criticism was justified based on what was known at the time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, but keep the discussion respectful. And if you want more updates, stories, and unexpected moments surrounding Shen Yue, Dylan Wang, and the world of C-drama entertainment, make sure you stay tuned.